Yeah, Shalom, Shalom. Still Jimmy's lesson coming at you. Now, before I do get into this lesson, I want to start by giving our honor, glory, and praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakodash. Next up, the Bible about apostles, the elders, great millstone, who taught me the 100% truth of the Bible and who rule well. Peace, love, salutations to all the brothers across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth in all diligence and sincerity. All right? Um, Yep. So I just want to jump right into it. It's going to be another part to the law of the Lord is perfect, right? Like the laws are not done away with. This one shouldn't be long. I just want to kind of gather a couple more precepts on the topic and then close it on out. So, what did we read last? We can read it in the NLT. Um, it's good either one. I'm gonna start from the 14th verse. Faith. Um, yep. The title was the faith without good deeds is dead, right? So we know faith without works is dead. What good is it, dear brothers and sisters, if you say you have faith but don't show it by your actions? Right? Can that kind of faith save anyone? Suppose you see a brother or sister who has no food or clothing, and you say goodbye and have a good day, stay warm and eat well. But then you don't give that person any food or clothing. What good does that do? Right? So you see, faith by itself isn't enough unless it produces good deeds. It is deed, it is deed and useless. Oh, slacking. It is dead and useless. Now, someone may argue, some people have faith, others have good deeds. But I say, how can you show me your faith if you don't have if you don't have good deeds? I will show you my faith by my good deeds. Yep. So what being that point is that the faith by itself alone is dead. It pretty much in NLT it pretty much says it plain and straightforward, right? It takes a combination of both, right? Showing, not saying because we're not preaching at all that the law is going to save you, but to sit around that Christian, that plantation Christianity, right? What by saying that you have to have no works in order to make it. All you gotta do is say you believe in Jesus, and that's it, and you're gonna make it. Right? The true believers, the true followers of the Lord, are gonna search and seek. Right? Search and seek first and foremost through the men that are set up. Right? And search and seek the things that are pleasing unto the Most High. Why? Because that's how you receive the fruit of the true of immortality. That's a spirit. Because I was that precept slipped my mind earlier. Right? The true believers of the Lord are not just going to be sitting on their hands, man, sitting on their behinds, right, without doing anything, just saying, "Oh, I believe, I believe, I believe." How do you show the Lord that you believe, man? The true believers, the true way of pleasing the Lord. I mean, the true believers are going to be doing the things, trying their hardest, trying their best to do the things that please the Lord. So let's go to Sirach 19 and 18. Here we go. Yep, here we go. So, okay, verse 18. The point is a little lower, but let's just get all the meat off this. This is Sirach 19 and 18. The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of Him, right? So we're looking to be accepted of the Lord, right? Not the other way around, right? We fell off, we went off, we forsook the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It reads, and wisdom obtaineth His love, right? Because the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, right? The fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, right? And to depart from evil is understanding. Job 28 and 28. Verse 19, the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life, right? Let's get something real quick. So the knowledge, right? Doctrine of life. Bear with me, bear with me. This definition. Doctrine. Let's see. Let's see. A principle or position or the body of principles in a branch of knowledge or system of belief. Let's see. A state of fundamental government policy, especially in international relations. Right. Well, let's just get doctrine, teaching, instruction. Right. You can find what I wanted, but I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. I can probably dig a little deeper. But what the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. It's the way of life, right? It is the knowledge. They are the instructions on how you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are supposed to be living your lives out on the face of the earth, man. Right? So it reads on, and they that do things that please him, right? So now we're going back to what we read in James, right? Faith without works is dead. So the true believers are going to be doing the things that please him. Why? It reads, and they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. So the true righteous believers are going to be doing what? Doing seeking out the things that are pleasing to the Lord and displeasing to the Lord, so what, that we can stay on the right track towards pleasing the Lord, right? And receive the fruit of the tree of immortality, man. Right? Verse 20. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law, right? And the knowledge of his omnipotency, right? So in all wisdom is the performance of the law, right? So you're going to be performing the law. Not saying that the law is what's going to save you, right? But if you're fearing the Lord, which is wisdom, if you're obtaining wisdom, right? Because we know that wisdom is how you obtain the love of the Most High, right? You're going to be performing the law, statutes, commandments, and we know Judges 5 and 11, we're going to be keeping those to the best of our ability, right? So I just wanted to grab that as well. Read that again. Verse 20, the fear of the Lord is all wisdom. Right? That word all, meaning you got everything. You're not lacking in nothing. Why? Because we know that the root of wisdom, right, is the beginning of knowledge. Right? No, it's like it. The fear of the Lord is the root of wisdom. Let me get that real quick. So just quoting it. So all these things, they coincide with each other, man. Yep. Verse 21, the fear, verse 20, Sirach 1 and 20, the root of wisdom is to fear the Lord, and the branches thereof are long life. The fear of the Lord driveth away sins, and where it is present, it turneth away wrath, right? Because when the fear of the Lord is present, right? Because we know that fear of the Lord coincides with obedience. Let's get something on that real quick. This is Sirach 2 and 15. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. Right? Simple and plain. So when we read in Sirach 19 and 18, down to verse 20, or down 19, if I'm not mistaken, 18 through 20, right? It read that what? That they that do what is pleasing unto the Most High, right? Which is your good deeds, your works, right? Following the law, statutes, commandments, right? Will receive the fruit of the tree of immortality, right? And when we read right here, the root of wisdom is to fear the Lord, and the branches thereof of long life. The fear of the Lord driveth away sins, right? Because, and it reads, and where it is present, right? Because where the fear of the Lord is present, it driveth away sins, right? So in its absence, if there's no fear of the Lord, if there's no obedience of the Lord, what's going to be present? Sins, and that's where wrath is. You won't be able to turn away that wrath. So there's balance. If you fear the Lord, if you're pleasing the Lord, right? If you're doing the things that's pleasing to the Lord, you'll receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. But if you're going around saying, right, using this time of grace to do whatever the hell you want, that the laws are done away with, right? Sinning, willfully sinning, there's wrath present. Wrath that's present because you're not driving away those sins. You're continuing in your wickedness. You're continuing in your sins, which will ultimately lead to your death and your destruction, man. So, Lord willing, that was edifying. Lord willing, that was to the point. But I'm going to go ahead and close on out and give peace and love to the elect. Shalom.